Hi, I hope y'all are doing well this evening. I've got a few things to talk with you about tonight. I know y'all probably know of or have heard of the prodigal son. If not, you can find it in Luke chapter 15, verses 11 through 32. Just to paraphrase the story, a man had two sons. One of them decided that he wanted to, take his inheritance early and leave the home. And his father agreed to it, gave him his part of the inheritance, and the son left home. He went out, spent his money on things, partying, pretty much just wasted it. And the friends that he made during that time, the so-called friends that he made, as soon as he hit that low point, as soon as he ran out of money, they all left him, they abandoned him. And he got a job with a farmer, feeding pigs, and that's what he did. Didn't have any food, didn't have any money. And he decided that that's not what he wanted. And then he said that even his father's servants had a better life than he did. They were well fed and taken care of. So he decided to himself that he wanted to go back home and be a servant in his father's house. So he went back home, and his father saw him as he was walking up, went out and greeted him, and was rejoicing that his son was back home. Wasn't mad at him, didn't say, "Why'd you go do this? Why'd you do that?" Instead, just loved him and took him back in, and even threw him a feast. But that's pretty much the overview of the story. I would still encourage you to go and read it. Again, that's Luke chapter 15, verses 11 through 32. It's got, more details on the story, but that said, one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight was that time in my life when I got away from God. I pretty much stopped reading the Bible altogether. Only went to church occasionally, pretty much stopped. I stopped praying. I got away from God for, 3 months almost. And that was the worst time of my life. It was the lowest point I ever got. But I decided one day that that's not how I wanted to live. And God took me back. And not only took me back, but He immediately began blessing me. And it's not something you'll find everywhere. With that being said, if you're backslidden, and speaking to mainly Christians, if you're backslidden or you've kind of did what I did and got away from God, I would encourage you to read this story. And the song I'm going to sing for you tonight is actually what came from that situation. And it's titled, "Then He Said." I fell away from God and tried to run my own life. It didn't happen all of a sudden. It happened over time. It started small. I stopped reading God's Word. Then before too long, skipping church didn't seem so wrong. I fell into sin. My relationship with God was so broken. Then one day I broke down and prayed, "Oh God, what should I do?" Then He said, "Come back to me. My love for you is still the same. You're still my child, and that will never change. I will come down to you, decisions that I made just caused me more heartache. I felt so lost. It seemed like the whole world was crashing down on me. And one day I knelt down and prayed, oh God, what should I do? Then he said, just follow me, and I will lead you through this life. Take my hand, I'll go with you to the fight. Let me guide you and show you my will. I will never leave you alone. Just follow me. When your life gets hard, I'll be right there walking beside you. I'll never let you go, just hold on tight, and I will get you through. Just be still. Know I am your God. Be patient, have faith. My plans for you are not done. Tears began filling my eyes and rolling down my face as I listened to the Father's voice calling out my name. So I said, thank you, Jesus, for clearly speaking to me. It's all I ever wanted. I know you're all I need. And Lord, I love you, and I will hold on to your promise that you will never leave me alone. That you will never leave me alone. Well, I hope that was an encouragement to you. I hope you all have a great weekend. God bless.